So now we're going to do a division with rounding and estimation. And so we're going to go through this because you're going to have to do it on your test. So I want you to practice a little bit. So we're going to start with 484,692 divided by 78. When you are doing this, you look at the 484,692 and you think, okay, what number would work that would go into this? Okay, so I look and I want to pick a very, I either want to go to 400,000 or 500,000. Well, I'm going to choose 480,000. And you'll see why in a minute why I choose that. And then I'm going to go divided by, now I look at 78. Okay, I can go to 70 or I can go to 80. Well, I'm going to choose to round up to 80. Well, I know that 48,000, oh, I missed a zero, sorry. I know that 48 divided by 8 is going to be 6. But now I have to decide how many zeros am I going to add to this. And I'm going to tell you it's going to be 3 zeros, and I'm going to show you kind of why it works that way. So when you do this, you're going to look at your zeros, and you see how there's a 0 on the 80? Well, that's going to, oops, I'm going to make this bigger. That's going to cancel out with the 0 that's over here. So really what you're doing is 48 divided by 8 is 6, and then look, you have 1, 2, 3 zeros left, and that's why you get the 1, 2, 3 here, okay? So you're going to do this one, and then we're going to do another one. So in a little bit, you're actually going to do the problems, and you're going to do them on your own, and you're going to look at them and figure out how to do them. So now the next thing is decimals. So now decimals get a little bit tricky, and I know in the last video I kind of told you it wrong, and I'm sorry about that. But what you need to do with the decimals, the first thing you have to do is you have to look at them and you need to move them first. So this one you move over 1, so you want to move this one over 1. So this one is going to become 118, so 184 divided by, and then the 6.4 becomes 64 because you move it over 1 for both. Well, now I'm going to estimate. Well, I'm going to say it's going to be 1,200 divided by 60. And the reason why I chose them is because I know 12 divided by 6 is 2. So now I look, 12 divided by 6 is 2, and then you're only going to have one more 0 because, like I said before, you look at your zeros, and there's a 0 here and a 0 here, so those two are going to cancel out, and then you're left with 1 0, and that goes there. I'm going to show you one of the other ones. I'm going to help you set it up just so you can see it. I'm going to look at number 3 next. So with this one, you look at it, and you're going to move it over, or actually I'm going to help you set up 2, I decided. So you look at this one, and you move it over 1, 2, 3. So you have to do the same thing with the other one. You got to move it over 1, 2, 3. So you're going to have to add 2 zeros here. So when you divide, it's going to start out as 314,944 divided by 3,700. And then you're going to estimate it, and you're going to have to figure out what you're going to do for your estimation. And so you'll have to think about it. You can round it to 300, 310, or those would probably be the 2, and you have to decide which one you'd want to use. So that's what you do when you do the estimation by rounding. You first have to move over your decimal, then you choose your numbers. And so I'm going to have you fill out both this one and the other one, okay?